Hey, you like Philly cheesesteaks? I'm your guy. We're going to throw this together in one cast iron skillet. Let's get cooking. They had this beef shaved steak. Didn't really have anything I wanted. I usually shave my own. We'll just use this. I don't usually season it much right off the bat. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's set that aside. So we're going to do the typical onions and peppers. I just like to slice them up pretty thin. You don't need to watch me slice an onion, that's for darn sure. So let me get this thing sliced up and I'll show you how I like to put them together. Little chef snack fell off. So we have both the pepper and the onion sliced up and we can get this meat going. I just turned on the stove, so I'm probably about a quarter of the way from low to medium. And we're just going to hit this with some olive oil. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of butter in here just because I like the flavor. I'm going to use my box grater and go with this bigger opening here. And I'm just going to grate me some mozzarella cheese. I kind of like it on Philly's the best. How about y'all let me know down there in them comments what kind of cheese you like on your Philly cheesesteak? Is there any kind of rule involved with this, or can we just go with what we like? I cook with what I like. That should probably be enough for a couple of sandwiches, I'm thinking. Don't let these little pieces inside get away. Pull them out of there. Yeah, I think we're hot enough. I don't want to get it real hot. I just want to be able to put a little bit of sear, but obviously get this shaved beef all cooked up. Move it around. Now, if it starts to get stuck, just let her go. She'll self-release. It always does. I'll just keep moving it around. And you can flip it, you can pull it, you can move it, whatever you want to do. So while this shredded beef is cooking up, what kind of beef do you like to use in your Phillies? I usually buy a roast and just cut it real thin myself. All they had was gigantic ones and I didn't want that many. Let me know down there in them comments what kind of cut of meat you use for your Phillies. Pretty easy using cast iron. That's why you see me using it all the time. I can cook just darn near anything I need to cook in cast iron. Has that mass, holds that heat. Just makes it a lot easier. Just keep that heat down, that's the key. Don't get her so piping hot that you're causing yourself a bunch of cleanup problems. Now as that's cooking, you can do this Worcestershire sauce. W sauce. Did I say that correctly? I hear everybody call it W sauce because nobody can pronounce it who decided to call it that. You can just hit it with a few splashes of that. At least in Bob's kitchen. That's what gives it its flavor right there. And just keep putting her together. Kind of pull her apart. Just don't scratch your seasoning. Metal is fine on cast iron. Just don't be digging this in there. You'll be fine. I do it all the time. For 50 years. Trust me, I wouldn't be doing this if I was ruining my cast iron. See some really big YouTubers go, absolutely no metal in your cast iron. Well, most of those folks sell products that are non-metal. Now one thing I do, I kind of use my cast iron similar to the way you would use a wok. Just pull that meat out to the edges like that so it can sit there and still keep cooking. So I'm just going to grab a little bit more butter, not a lot. It's probably, what is that? Teaspoon? I don't know, about that much. Just enough so you can have some butter on the bottom there. And because we like garlic, sometimes I use fresh garlic, other times I just use this squeezed stuff. You can grab it in the store, keep it refrigerated, and when you're in a hurry, squish out a little bit of garlic and you'll be fine. To be honest, I can't tell any difference. I bet if I use this versus fresh, and I gave you a side-by-side test, you're not going to know the difference. Now, of course, with garlic, you never want it to get brown or it gets bitter. We're going to take these onions and peppers over here. So let's just throw these in here. So we got some liquids. Put them in there. Look at that beautiful cutting board. Yeah, the realtor hooked me up. She's one of my subscribers. So thank you, Erin. I appreciate that gift. So we just want to get these softened up some. Let's move them around there in the center. If you want to dirty more than one pan, by all means, we could have another one on that other burner. I don't think it's really necessary. I've always been pretty lucky just throwing everything in one skillet if I can pull it off. So let me know how you do it in them comments down there. Get a couple different skillets going, or you do them on a griddle. Try to keep the cleanup down to a minimum like me and just do it all here together. Let me know. As you know, I love this Tony's. It's just good stuff. These kind of things, just a little bit of a kick. Has that grill in there. I'll tell you what, I wish you could smell this. This is smelling really good. It's kind of like I'm at the county fair at one of them cool trailers where the guys and gals are back there throwing down them Philly sandwiches. This is going to be just about as good as that, I'm thinking. So that's looking pretty good. Let's push these aside. Let me show you what we do next. I'm not a big fan of a giant kind of bun for them. I don't know, what are these called? Super sub buns. I don't like them to be gigantic, so I usually get the smaller ones. And I just broke that one wrong. Look, see what happens sometimes? It's all right. Let's adapt and overcome. Let's just use it, because it happens in your kitchen just like my kitchen. I think we can save the day here. All right, we're going to go back down on the temperature just a smidge. Now you can melt butter, in the microwave or in a different pan, but here again, I just like to be able to do this all in one easy go. Stick a bun in there. It'll fit. Just coax her in there. See, it'll fit right in there. Just give her a little coax. See, push that over that way. Push this back this way. Just toast them buns. I just like them to be slightly toasted on the inside. The outside I don't care as much about. Oh, I'm telling you what, that smells and looks good. Now you can see I'm just checking. These are kind of stuck to the bottom. Anytime food's stuck to your skillet, whether it's cast iron or stainless, just wait a minute. It'll pop off of there. It always does. All right, I can kind of tell. It feels like we're probably okay, but let's take a look. Now remember, I broke this one. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Perfectly brown. Let's flip that over. Look at that, would you? And just fix her up. This is all there is to it. Get yourself some meat. We're going to make it upside down since I broke that bun. It's a little trick. Let's stick some meat on there. Now you be careful, this is kind of hot. Stick your meat on that bun. See if I can get that piece up there. And then you can do it either way. I think I'm going to do some cheese first and then the peppers and onions. So just put yourself some cheese on there. And get yourself some peppers and onions, however you want to grab those. And stick it. I'm right on top. Get a little crisp on that side. Throw another lid on. And let's see if I can get out of here without making a big old mess. That's why I love these spatulas. I have to give it a little push. And that, my friends, is a little bit slantways. That's a West Virginia term. A little bit slantways with the busted bun. Yeah, I got to put it together. Good part about cast iron, it retains that heat. So once you get to this point, if you don't want your onions and peppers to get too overdone, just turn the stuff off. And let's just grab some stuff and throw on here. Cheese on there. And then what you can do, you can just throw some cheese on the rest of this. So we can throw it in the fridge and make a sandwich later. Let's throw the lid on this baby. There we go. Let's see. So there is one beautiful Philly cheesesteak, quick, easy, done in one cast iron skillet. All right, this baby's not going to eat herself. Let's just break a chunk off of here. Let's see what she tastes like. That is absolutely delicious. So why don't you just jump down there and hit that subscribe button if you haven't, so you don't miss any of this good cooking, usually in cast iron. You have a terrific day. I'm going to enjoy this lunch and just keep cooking.